I mean, I think for art to be a weapon, it needs to be utilized by somebody who is in a position of requirement to use a weapon, right? And what I mean by that even further is like, for art to be a weapon, then it needs to be weaponized by somebody with the intention of using a weapon. And if you're somebody who intends to use a weapon, it means you're in a fight. If you're somebody who's in a fight, it means you've got a problem with some other Tom, Dick, or Harry. And like, that to me is like really frivolous, bro. Like, I don't think art was put on the planet. I don't think us as people have a sense of creativity in the contemporary sense to weaponize it and use it against things that we don't believe in. Because then you look at bro, the Christians can use Christian symbology as weapons, you know what I mean, against Muslim people, and then these people can say, no, we've got these weapons, look at this thing. And it already is, it's how people navigate and how history has kind of colluded with itself to dictate a lot of shit, which I think symbolizes the power of visual imagery, bro, is that it really kind of solidifies ideologies when it's kind of used and misused. But nah, bro, to me it's like more of a tool of self-discovery, inner and outer communication, a way to kind of transcribe like experiences and emotions, sentiments, feelings, ideas. I think for me, art is like my kind of bridge that like formulates my relationship with like my spirit, with the universe, with the world and reality around me. I don't kind of like simplify it into something like a weapon. Like I'm not using it to like fight against. I'm not an anarchist. You know. But yeah, I guess in the Banksy sense, you know, it's like I don't even think for him or them it's like a tool to fight.
Nah, you know? Just information given. More so.
I think it's commentary.
Yeah.
I think as a creative, as an artist, as a painter, you have to have your own opinions, man. You have to have a way of saying those opinions or expressing those opinions. And a lot of the time, like somebody like that uses images, you know, to have an opinion. But if some like fucking drunk motherfucker at a pub or at a bar like criticizes like the government, nobody takes it seriously. But as soon as somebody paints that critique of the government in like a public place, then it's got some sort of like significance.
There's a very romantic element to your work, and I've also been seeing it evolve just over the times. Because I remember the times when you were also just, it was just black against the plexiglass.
Yeah.
And the romanticism within the works that I see, it holds a very intimate position. Do you want to speak on how, and not love romanticism, but how romanticism plays a part in your works?
Yeah, why not?
You can tell I'm putting these.
Yeah, bro, no, bro, it's coming from the intuition. I think there is this weird like element of yeah, I think of romance, but like a romance that almost like incurs itself when like it's powered by curiosity. You know what I mean? You know, when like you start having a crush on someone because you're kind of curious about the things that make them like quirky or different or like appealing, or like the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they move. It's just like things that you might not really understand, or like these subtle differences. I think that for me in my work occurs especially with people because I'm really like attracted to the fact that none of us are really like aware of what the fuck we're doing here. You know, like what the fuck we are here for, what we're doing, who each other are. Like we all kind of like live in this weird, you know, conventional agreement that like this is, you know, this is it, this is the vibe. You know what I mean? And it's really fucking weird, bro, but it's like there's a curiosity there that like I definitely am attracted to and in love with, because there's a beauty in that unknowingness. You know, therefore there's a really intense beauty in my curiosity of that unknowingness, and like that I think shows itself in the work, because like for me the art is like a tool to navigate and create some sort of understanding for myself and other people about the unknown, and like do my little bit and part of like beautifying this whole weird experience, bro. I think that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. This is the last one. Okay, think about how I can say it. So, obviously everything that is created has to have a price, but how do you navigate that in a world where I can imagine to you when you create there is no price attached, and then it's like that thing of you have to value it at something. But how do you navigate that decision that this has a monetary value over it being priceless in the world beyond?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think the way I navigate it was that like I think the way I could kind of package my response is that like I'm a very like shamanistic person who loves capitalism. You know, so there's an understanding that like this work is, you know, otherworldly. It comes from the universe. It's like comes from spirit, and it's kind of is channeled through me. And there's the whole bloody blah of like, you know, me paying homage to my ancestors and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, like, I also know that I'm creating work that exists within a vacuum of like production and the consumption of a product. So I'm really excited when it's time to like price my work and sell it as a product, because I don't think that I need my audience to kind of have the same spiritual revere for the work that I do. And I think it's unfair for me to project that expectation onto them. It's like, that doesn't say what the work means to me is not what it has to mean to the world. If somebody is willing to like pay an exorbitant amount of money for the work that I create, which is priceless in my mind, then so be it. And yes, that's what I deserve, and that's like the game that I'm playing. But I'm not like holding on to certain paintings that I make because I'm like, oh my god, I would be like ashamed of this piece if I put a price on it. It's like, I hate that shit. I think that it's so stupid. And if that's the case, then like, just be somebody that makes art as like a hobby and keep it to yourself in your like back drawer and like do it for therapy and like do it to like relax. But don't kind of try to like reject the fact that we live in a world of commerce. Like you can't really do that. If you want to do that, then you should pretty much go like live with privilege. Yeah, I think you have to accept the fact that like you are producing a product and the ability for this product to circulate, in a economical ecosystem is completely up to you. Your drive behind it. Yeah.
I get one more actually. And okay, give me one message for the kids.
Yo, one message for the kids is don't believe anything they tell you. If it smells fishy, it probably is. And trust your intuition. Learn to hear your intuition. Learn to follow your intuition. Be better than average. Be willing to be better than average. If you are average, then work every day, getting 1% better. Don't be a victim in this life. Don't victimize others. Be aware of the insecurity that you project into the world. Just as much as you are aware of the insecurity that you internalize away from the world. Find healthy ways of dealing with the process of therapizing your insecurity and trauma. Have fun. Have fun, be happy, spread love, spread joy, be grateful every day that you were woken up and that you have the opportunity to go out and live this life. Be grateful for your arms, your legs, your eyes, your hands, your feet, your body.